that his government had completed 100 housing units in Salala district as part of his pro-poor housing project. But the FPA is reporting that their fast-funding mission informed them that only 15 of those 100 housing units are visible. We cannot independently verify that, but this is one of the credible newspapers in town. So they are reporting, and some of the projects they've listed are the incomplete Bond County Technical College. We spoke with the superintendent, and she said works are ongoing. She couldn't be exact to tell us to what level, to what extent, but she said construction works were ongoing. We called our correspondent in Bond County. He confirmed that as well. The incomplete Banga Street pavement that I know of is yet to be completed. And 100 housing project in fiasco being reported. Failed Salif Market women being reported. So these are 4 cardinal projects. Bongis are now pointing toe and reminding the president of his campaign promises to the people that gave him more votes in Bond County. Remember, Bond was one of the counties won by President George Weah in 2017. So we stop it right there and now make efforts quickly to go and speak with our correspondents this evening on issues of today on Voice of Liberia 104.1. Yesterday was the rare day, we all know. Valentine's Day. I know it ended somehow for some people. Some people, decided to make up. Some people decided to split. Some people, plenty of things. Lovers Day now. And some men are posting, they say, no one posted my pictures or my picture for Valentine Ada. Okay, so if we are set from that end, we can go to speak with our correspondents on the line before we can go to join Sekou Sherif of Voice of Liberia. Okay, so we are still here trying to speak with our correspondents on the program today. Issues of today on 104.1 FM. Well, a new set of 51 fired by the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Business Development and Tourism employees have petitioned the High Court to overturn their dismissals. With us on the line now is our correspondent, Poloko Mokhili. Good evening and thanks for joining us from Lesotho.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Tell us what exactly was the main reason for the firing of such a large number of civil servants?
All right, thank you very much. What the government did here was that the government released a memo indicating that the employees had been hired illegally or without following certain procedures that needed to be followed when hiring civil servants. So the government took a decision to fire all of them, saying that they will need, if ever they want to be rehired, they would have to go through the right procedures.
And what is that right procedure?
it had indicated that they were hired through political biasness. They would have to follow procedures like going through the HR, applying, not being called because of their political affiliates.
Okay. So how has the High Court responded to their petition?
The employees or the fired civil servants approached the High Court.
Hello? Can we reconnect quickly with Poloko from Lesotho to tell us about, the firing of those people? Let's go back. It's good to have you on the line. You were in flight.
Okay, I'm here now. So I was saying that the High Court ruled that it cannot here preside over the matter because it does not have the jurisdiction. They should take their case to the Labor Court. So we are yet to see whether they will file another case before the Labor Court.
Is government likely to reverse her decision?
It is quite impossible for them to do that, or it is unlikely for the government to reverse the decision because it is very adamant that a lot of workers have been hired illegally, or some are even ghost workers in several minutes. So we are likely to see more firing of civil servants in the coming weeks.
Has there been any time or point in time where the government took similar decision by firing civil servants?
No, this is the first time that we see this government doing this because this government has not been in office even for like 6 months because they recently completed their 100 days in office. So this is a new government with a new prime minister who is becoming up with a lot of changes that we are seeing.
Well, thank you so much for filling us in from Lesotho this evening.
Thank you very much.
Well, Poloko Mokhili is our international correspondent from Lesotho, filling us in on the program Issues of Today on Voice of Liberia 104.1. You listen to him. The Constitutional Court there has referred them to the Labor Court to seek redress. Maybe from that, that might have been a misstep. So they have to go there. After that, if they are not satisfied with the decision that will come from the Labor Court, then they can now petition the Higher Court in Lesotho. Welcome. This is VOL, and you are listening to Issues of Today. Well, okay, let's now go and take this development. President Adama Barrow, acting under Section 200 of the 1997 Constitution of the Gambia and Commissions of Inquiry Act, has established a commission of inquiry to scrutinize the conduct of all local government conducts and connected matters. Our correspondent from Banjul, Amadou Kante, joins us on the line for more details. Good evening, Amadou, and thanks for joining us.
Good evening, Sekou, and thanks once again for having me.
Does the setting up of this commission by President Barrow come as a surprise to the people?
Well, certainly to some people, it might come as a surprise that the president have finally decided to set up a commission of inquiry to look into the dealings of the local government councils here in the country. It might not also come as a surprise to some people for the fact that there was the rumor going around in town that the president or the government was about to set up this commission. It has eventually now come to be a reality that the president has set up a 5-member panel or commission to look into the financial transactions and other related issues of the council's activities. Of course, then I think Gambians would have a different reaction to it. So the most important or fundamental thing I know that Gambians would expect or would want to see now it will be with the the outcome of this, commission by the Barrow government, because this Barrow came into power in 2017. He have instituted several commissions, but not much have come out from it.
What sort of reactions you expect from the leadership of the various councils in the country?
Well, considering that most of the councils have been manned by members of the opposition, political party here, that's the UDP, over 70% of the councils are under their responsibility. And it was not long ago that their party leader, relatively over the weekend, said that, they were not going to sit back and look the president to undermine their mayors and chairpersons across the country. And the president's move to set up a commission will be met by a strong resistance. So I would expect the leadership of this council equally to make such remarks. So probably in the next coming days or so, the council's leadership will react to this, and I think they are going to condemn the move and probably relate to be as a politically motivated move by the president, because President Adam Barrow several times have renewed his party's commitment to make sure that they would take the leadership or the responsibility of these councils. He said that most of these mayors and chairpersons have been undermining his administrative efforts in trying to bring development to the people. So I think they would see this as a politically motivated move by the president.
Amadou, how long is the commission expected to operate? And do you think that this will be perceived as a political move?
Well, the commission has been, tasked to look into the dealings of the councils for a period of 3 months. So effective, I think today, the council, or when they are inaugurated, rather, I should say, the council would start the commission would start their work, and they have been given a 3 months period to make sure that they would, look at the dealings of the council. And I can tell you, they have been given a very, very somehow cumbersome tax. Several dealings, financial dealings, administration transactions, and other related issues that the councils have been doing since they took the mantle of leadership of these councils would be looked at by this, 5-member committee. 5-member commission headed by one Geneva Sambo. So, it's going to be interesting in the next coming months here in the Gambia. And again, whether this will be perceived or seen as a political move, yes. I want to believe so. Okay. People would relatively see this as a political move by the president or his government, for the simple fact that it is the opposition, main opposition party, members that are manning these, councils, and it's an open secret here in the Gambia that the ruling party under President Barrow want to take these seats away from them, and it's barely 3 months to this election. So if such a commission has been set to look into this council, apparently this will be seen as a political move by the president.
So in your mind, what does that mean for the political atmosphere of your country?
Yes, it might be a tense atmosphere, probably, hopefully, because if you are dealing with the country's main opposition party, and whose party leader has strongly, raised concern with regards. In fact, before this commission was set up, and barely 48 hours after he made such a remark, the government went ahead and that the president to set up this commission. So and Ousseynou Dabo have said that this move will be met by a strong resistance. And if comments is anything to go by, that means they are not going to sit back and watch. Probably, their members would be subdued for any reason. So if that's so, then probably tensions might arise any time. But it might be also go otherwise. Who knows? But until we see how the commission would do their operations, then we shall see how the situation pans out here in the Gambia.
Finally, before I take leave of you, Amadou, what is the composition of the commission that was set up? Do they come from different backgrounds, maybe civil society, media group, and other institutions? Credible?
Very well so. We have a diverse commission members. They have come, they emanated from a different walks of life. You have sort of a a former mayor under the former regime involved in the commission, Mayor Sambafal of Banjul, that's the capital city. You have also one prominent religious leader here in the Gambia who also works in the Human Rights Commission.
Okay.
And and you have other, I believe, prominent members, the likes of the chairperson, that is Jenaba Ba Sambu, whom I don't know much about his pedigree, but I think he's also a credible person. That's why he has been selected to be part of the commission. Aremi Jaina is another well-known person here in the Gambia. He has been, a very, key personnel in several government, institutions or commissions that were in the Gambia. So relatively, I can tell, yes, it's a diverse commission. I think they would be given a chance to do their investigation. I just believe that they would not allow to be used by the government, for political gains, but that also depends on how they would operate or how the opposition would say that. So it's a very interesting moment to see how they are going to operate and what kind of investigation they are going to conduct. So whatever development happens, be rest assured, it will be relayed on Voice of Liberia. So long we are here to follow the development, God willing.
Thank you so much for filling us in from the Gambia, Amadou County.
Thank you, Sekou, for having me, and always a pleasure to
This is Emmanuel
and give you development from the Gambia. Thank you.
Okay. So Amadou County is our Gambian correspondent filling us in this evening. Well, we will go to Nigeria now. Our final stop is Nigeria. On the program, issues of today. Let's make move now to speak with our correspondent from Nigeria, Naomi Kubenda. Issues of today on Voice of Liberia 104.1. I understand that Nigeria is facing some internet challenges at the moment, so at times it is challenging. Well, we have our correspondent from Nigeria right on the line now. 4 persons, this is a report coming from Nigeria, that 4 persons, including a nursing mother, were killed today in Benin City in the South region of Nigeria as angry residents barricaded the gate of the Central Bank of Nigeria in protest over the scarcity of Naira cash. It was reported that 2 persons were killed on the road where the CBN office is located, while the nursing mother was killed by a stray bullet while waiting at the ATM spot to withdraw her money. With us on the line now is our Nigerian correspondent, Naomi Kubenda. Good evening and thanks for joining us today.
Good evening. Thank you so much.
Hello, Naomi. Hello. Wow, quite challenging. Like I said, from
good evening.
Okay. Oh wow, she was back on. If you are listening to me, you can keep walking. Just leave the position you at currently, and just shift a little, and we can do this. So good evening again. Welcome.
Thank you for having me once more.
Can you bring us up to speed with this development from Nigeria?
Yeah, okay. So trouble started when unmarked Toyota Hilux, which the protesters believed was from the government house, coming to the Central Bank of Nigeria to collect new notes. And this angered the customers, who rejected and started throwing stones at the vehicle before security operatives brought the decision to order. But the protest slowly snowballed into crisis when other protesters from the town started attacking CBN and throwing stones and other objects with the attempt to break into the bank. You understand? One of the protesters told us that the government officials came in to collect new naira notes from the central bank, while Nigerians were on the queue for hours at the central bank and could not access this money. So that angered them, and they tried to stop the official vehicle from entering. So the police trying to stop them now shot in the air and used tear gas and using stray bullets, and those stray bullets eventually killed about 3 people. And this did not stop in the south. Even in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, today, protesters have laid a siege on the Central Bank of Nigeria, preventing access in and outside the premises because of the naira scarcity.
What is the government doing to prevent the hardship from turning into an uprising?
So the government has been dragged to court by initially 3 governors. The court starts today in Abuja and then adjourned the case for hearing to the 22nd of February 2023. The 3 states filed the suit against the federal government seeking to restrain the order. I will give them a restraining order to stop the full implementation of the Naira redesign policy from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, the development, now as it is, 9 other governors have joined the suit, adding to the initial 3 that put the suit. But the government has refused, is adamant to move a step. Now Nigerians are strapped. There is no money. The new money is not available. The old one is not accepted. So people are stranded, literally.
Well, with barely 10 days to the holding of national elections in Nigeria, does this development have any tendencies of stopping such a process?
Oh, quite frankly, yes, because, an angry mob can destroy anything. And then most importantly, electoral materials are being saved and stored in the Central Bank of Nigeria. And as it is right now, the Central Bank has become a target for most hoodlums and angry mobs. As I speak to you right now, all central banks of Nigeria have redeployed troops, military troops to protect them, because Nigerians are very angry and they're doing everything to vandalize the banks. Now, if these banks are vandalized eventually and apparently the electoral materials would also be vandalized, and in the process, election will be thwarted. And that's why Nigerians are being advised not to get so angry in order not to prevent the elections. But with the could prevent the process.
Naomi, you are on the grounds in Nigeria. What do you foresee coming, especially as your country goes towards, the holding of a national election?
Well, we are very optimistic. I stand to be corrected, but in my opinion, I think Nigerians are very hopeful. You can see it from the turnout of those collecting their PVCs. They've gone through a lot of hardship in the past 8 years, and I think Nigerians have woken up that they really want a new government, someone that will revive the country and move it forward. So people are trooping in INEC offices to collect their voters' cards so that they can at least vote to see that they have a new government that will make the country better.
Thank you so much for informing us from Nigeria, Naomi.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Naomi Kubenda is our correspondent from Nigeria. Well, financial crisis in Nigeria. The new notes are not available and the old ones are not accepted. So you see, this is a problem, and Nigeria goes to election in 10 days. Today is the 15th. The elections are slated for the 25th of this month. Wow. A big economy of such, experiencing such, a challenge, But let's hope that Nigerians and their international partners will solve that problem so as to see the country holding a peaceful election, because people cannot be broke and hungry and go stand in queues to cast their ballots. So the folks there have to be careful. Nigerians have to be careful. And in fact, I think that is even scaring some other Nigerians, scaring away some other Nigerians that are outside of the bailiwicks of Nigeria. Some of them, I'm very sure, want to go home and vote before going back to places that they are working or selling in other countries. But with this kind of news that you cannot access your own cash that you place in the bank, wow. Especially you go into elections, it's something to deal with decisively by the state authorities in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Issues of today on Voice of Liberia. We take a break and try to make another mood. You know, during those days, and so I'm trying to establish contact with Sekou Sharif, CEO of Voice of Liberia. He will join me via mobile this evening on the show. And after that conversation, that brief conversation, we will open the phone lines for your participation. Remember, our planned event, our safe gathering on tomorrow. I'm calling it safe because it is very peaceful. It is going to be peaceful. Let me now go on the line to speak with Sekou Sharif. Good evening, Sekou.
Good evening, Emmanuel, and let me say good evening to our listeners. I want to say hello to those of you listening. Maybe you're listening to us out of Liberia. It is about the time in which you've got to listen to us. I want to say hello to everyone.
Thank you. Where are you currently? I know preparations are ongoing. Tell us, as far as preparations are concerned, how far are we?
I'm deep into the heart of Monserrato County. Our people are listening to us on the radio. Mind you, tomorrow is the D-Day where Liberians will come up in their numbers as to have a peaceful. We're not having protest. To have a peaceful march to the Liberia National Police Headquarters to present whatsoever we can present to them, and also to move on to the legislature, where we'll also present whatsoever we need to present to the people there. So, because of that, we've been very engaged today. It has put me to a point that I cannot be on the radio today. So tomorrow,
somehow you are on the radio now.
Yes, I know. To be live in studio.
Okay.
So we remain friends. But I just wanted to say this to the Liberian people, because all we do is all about truth telling. Mm-hmm. Something's happening today with the police and us, and we firstly want to express our bit of disappointment the way it happened. Fellow Liberians, you've been listening to us on many occasions. We've said this over and again that we wrote the police. Since we wrote the police, today early in the morning at about 9:37, I received a call from the police spokesman, Moses Carter, telling me that we are to be at the police headquarters by 10 o'clock.
9:37 a.m.
9:37 a.m.
And you were requested to appear there at 10.
At 10.
So they expected you to have been there in 23 minutes.
In 23 minutes, including with my lawyers, or to even know what it said, So when the place they called to me, I saw that as being very dishonest. We wrote you a communication. And we reached out to our lawyers, and the lawyers told us that they don't even believe that the police is doing such, because the police should have informed us maybe a day.
At least 24 hours.
24 hours or maybe hours. Let's take it for maybe hours.
Assuming 5-10 hours.
Very good. So you cannot want to see me by 10 and you tell me you call me by 9:37. So when we informed the lawyers, and the lawyer said that could be a clever attempt by the police because they know that we're going to be coming out tomorrow, so that we should go and meet them. Then they will get a gun to say, oh, but the guy there, we invited them and everything. So the lawyers asked us that we should not, because that was not the right way. In fact, they should have written us in return because we wrote them. We did not verbally inform them that, oh, and that was also a disrespect to us.
Okay.
So the action of the police is giving us some level of, understanding that I hope.
Or maybe they don't care.
They do what the needful thing in terms of our complaint we give to them. The police should not be a party to this thing. We cannot write you a communication telling you about a threat on our life. You did not say anything about it. But because we've been announcing that we will be having a peaceful walk on tomorrow, you call me by 9:37 a.m. and telling me to be to your office by 10 as if to say we are living with you. We are in a more, and we don't do things for ourselves. This has some legal implications. If for any reason we work up ourselves and just go and sit with you, some of the things we must say, it could go against us legally because, trust me, this thing, we and Ali will go to court. We will go to the police. After the police, we will request the police to send us to court. We will go to court about this threat on our life. We will not leave this. We've been receiving this and try to do our best. But we want the public to know the way in which today the police handle the thing, they did not do well. And we advise the police, my own good friend and brother, the Inspector General Patrick Suru, my own good friend and brother, 102, Melvin Saka, and all the other legs of police officers. Let us see this as a case for good and do what is right. We should not make it to look like we want to be a party to this case because there's no way possible. You will tell me you want to see someone and call them unless you didn't even know my location. You don't know where I am. Mm-hmm. And you just call me on a phone and say you want to see me this time. It doesn't work that way. That's not the way it should be. Then later on, someone else texted me again in less than an hour and said we need to be there again by 11:30. So we saw when I presented
who do you listen to now? Someone is telling you come at 10 o'clock. He calls you at 9:37 and says to you, come at the station at 10. And another call or text you received on your phone, that person is also requesting that you appear at the LNP headquarters or at 11:30. So who do we listen to here?
Yeah, so
you see the disconnect.
I think the police. There's no amount of maybe quote unquote, these kinds of tactics that we will fall prey to. We are not above the laws of this country. We are law-abiding citizens. Ali Kobasi is not above the law.
No.
And we'll prove to the world tomorrow when thousands of Liberians will come up in their numbers to send a signal to the world that enough is enough to continue to receive these threats, aid treatments, humiliation from some of the Lebanese in our country.
So, yes, okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Ali Kobasi has done to threaten a Liberian journalist's life. And the police could not do anything. But because they've been hearing us, the security people, they know they got ways and means how at times they can do that thing. You've been hearing us, we talked about this thing for days. You could not do anything about it. But knowing that tomorrow we're having a peaceful march,
Mm-hmm.
And you come and just call me in less than half an hour. You tell me to be to your office. Does that sound right? Why is the police behaving like this? Why they want to make the Liberian people to know that they're trying to make themselves a party to this case? Why are they doing this? So it puts us in a position now, even though we're going to go to them tomorrow, but we're not going to be trusting them 100%. So that's the reason why we think it is just prudent enough to also call on the legislators, which will be going to them, that if for any reason we'll be asking them to please make the police to do what is right. And let me say this on this platform today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm encouraging any one of you listening tonight. If you've seen what we say on our radio, it is not the truth. Take us to court, because we're about to take one of your friends, one of your colleagues, one of your brothers, one of your husbands to court. Because when we go to the police on tomorrow, our next move will be to the court, and we will be responsible for the threat against our life. We will not sit here and allow these things to go. And I'm saying to those of you listening to us, come out in your numbers. Come out tomorrow as early as 7 o'clock. Do not come with any party t-shirts. This is not a political rally. Do not come with any t-shirts bearing pictures of anyone. If you are coming tomorrow, do not come with the mindset that will come to destroy anything. No. If tomorrow we start to do the march and the police says this to us, we should abide by it. If the police say don't pass this way, we should abide by it. If the police push us to any level, we should abide by it, because we've not come out with any different motives. We've come out simply because we want the police to do what is right, and we want to complain to the police and threat on a Liberian journalist's life. In extension, Liberians.
Okay, so
we're telling every one of you, please do what is right.
So good.
Come out in your numbers and let us make Ali understand this is a country.
Okay.
You wanted to ask me a question?
Yes. Anyway, I think you already started answering that question. I actually wanted to ask you to give us a clearer picture of how the gathering will be on tomorrow.
And like I said, this is not a political rally. We're calling on you, if you are coming, please wear a t-shirt bearing pictures of no one. We are not calling you out to come support anyone. It is not a political issue. It is a journalistic issue. And in extension, Liberians, because one of your brothers' life has been threatened by a Lebanese national by the name of Ali Kobasi. We don't know the next move he might be taking now.
I think after this conversation, I will play that call between two of you, and then I go to the lines.
So you need to let the Liberian people know. And I'm calling on you. Voice of Liberia is located on Capital Bypass, not too far from Duncan Gas Station. No one tomorrow should come and say you want to go and attack Ali. Do not do it. If any one of you that are coming out tomorrow and you come, you want to misbehave, we have securities, our own securities, that will take you to the relevant authority. Let us make this clear.
And we will not be responsible for you.
Sorry?
I just want to add to what you are saying. We will not be responsible for anyone who posts up any form of hostile posture.
So, we don't want anyone coming tomorrow with a man say, oh, we're coming to this. No. We are not doing that.
And we're not giving anybody money. We're not getting money.
We're not getting money. That's why we're not providing car. Your one car, your car to Voice of Liberia on Capital Bypass. This is a call for you Liberians. This is a call for every one of us. That when we stand tomorrow, these foreigners in our country, we're not against them, but they will know that we deserve better. And this is a country of law. And we will take Ali to the law. We'll take him to court. After the police, we'll take him to court. And we'll let some of our international friends to know. Look at it for us. institutions so that we can let the world know of this threat that Ali has done to us. This is continual intimidation towards people because he feels that he cannot be, he's untouchable, which he claims. And this is a man that goes with guns.
Thank
So
you.
we will be out tomorrow. Let me say this to my people. Please, I beg you. Let us do this for the sake of love for country. This is a threat that we all need to stand against. I alone cannot do it. Emmanuel alone cannot do it. The management of Voice of Liberia alone cannot do it. We need you to stand with us. The number of us that will come up tomorrow, and you will know that we Liberians are fed up with these kinds of threats on the life of a Liberian journalist that has done nothing to you. Tomorrow we're going to be out. So
Okay.
I want to apologize to the people. I'm unable to be in studio today, but I have my brother and friend who's in studio, and I trust his ability. He's going to take us through.
Okay.
And I'm saying tomorrow will be a very colorful day. Let us come in our various T-shirts. Do not come with T-shirts bearing pictures of any politicians. No, it is not a political issue. Please do not come and saying you come to
No
cause problem.
T-shirt, no beret, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Thank you so much, Sekou. We will now open the phone lines, but before we do that, let me play this conversation between you and Ali. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So listen to this, and then we will go to the lines to take few calls and call it a day.
I'll call you. My name Ali from BMC. I'm right here on Capital Bypass. And I hope you recorded my voice.
Yeah, Ali, go ahead.
You call Johnny from Good Luck. You tell him, man, that I bring in less light. I don't know what it.
I'm hearing you. Go ahead, talk. I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Why are you calling the man to tell him all this one first?
So who are you, by the way? Who are you to this issue I asked him?
I'm the man boss man.
You're the man
And
boss
this
man, right?
shit, and this shit they are doing, I will fuck with y'all. This nonsense you can be doing, running behind business people for nonsense, to intimidate people or blackmail people for money. You must stop it. All day you're disturbing business people for fucking money.
So you say
can get it on record.
you say you will fuck with me, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a threat to
Bye.
me, right?
Yeah, fuck you.
All right.
Bye.
Well, that was a conversation between Ali Kobasi and Sekou Sharif, promising to F with him, using the F word. We cannot use that word here. But you know, the guy is so brave to the extent that he tells the man to record him. I said, please do the recording. My name is Ali from BMC. I'm not afraid because you know what? I have your people in my pocket. I have your people right here. So, it's okay. It's okay. Well, we will go to the phone lines. Several recordings we do have in our possession. Let's take our very first caller. Good evening. Please tell us your name and from where you call.
Yeah, I'm Lloyd Johnson, and I join you from district number 11, Shabbat Community.
Go ahead.
I'm in my phone there. I'm preparing to be at our capital bypass tomorrow. We are going there with the intention for our right. We're not going to cause any trouble. We'll abide by the rules of the police, for the police to not intimidate us.
Okay.
They should not intimidate us. They should not put us in fear. We'll do the right thing. They should not make things to go on the contrary. We'll obey them. We'll listen to them. But they should not put fear that will make us to go on the other way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We can guarantee there will be no form of intimidation whatsoever on tomorrow. Let's just remain in confines of the law. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening. Hi, my brother.
I'm fine, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Emmanuel. William Debiguru, people defender. Emmanuel, this is everyone with the brain people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I said is that, and just imagine Sekou, who is well known or journalist, is able to treat them and they have much more, but we, who are not well known, who are common people. Can you imagine? So I think we all know come out tomorrow to support our, they're not Sekou supporting, but I wouldn't want.
Look at more than our brother and sister working with the people there, and they were teaching them. He said, you're cutting our brother, and they will do SYD, so they think they will court. That we will stop playing with A. Liberian team is a Liberian team. Don't protect anybody over Liberian people. That is not correct for this country.
Okay.
Don't protect any national something against over Liberian people because this is our country, and this is where we can be deported from.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Sorry for that. 07709079070 080907907. I do have a caller here. Good evening.
Good evening, brother Emmanuel.
Hello, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. I said good evening, brother Emmanuel.
Good evening, Chief. You are live.
Thank you. This is Gao Abraham, and I'm joining the conversation for Kawe, district number 15.
Go ahead, Chief.
Let me say first good evening to brother Sekou Sherry. Look, I listened to the recording that he just played. The conversation between Sekou and that guy for the continent there. Look, you see how the guy that portrays the truth and what people in this country, my brother Emmanuel. The person was there, they declare on PA on A. So the thing that when they do something, then there's nothing will come for inside. But let me say this. Mr. Sherry, I can assure you tomorrow that by 6:35, I will make sure a team waiting for you to that radio station, and I will join that peaceful protest. We will go there and tell the people that Liberia deserves better, and our gentlemen are continuing to bring information that our very posters deserve better. They do not deserve better. So this guy who is taking the law to take effort and people Sherry for guy is justice for the government. Thank you very much for that opportunity.
Thank you for your support as well. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, you are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Wesley and I'm joining from EWS.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, you know, it will be good. It will be good that it's good that the war will be watching us tomorrow. Even the American embassy will be watching tomorrow.
Okay.
They will be looking at the police and be looking at the citizens of Liberia. We'll be there. We'll be peaceful. We'll be peaceful. We can protect the police, and the police too can protect us.
Okay.
But if the police will do things contrary, then it means that they won't fire on top of back. Then what will happen will happen. But we are peacefully, nothing will happen. We'll listen to Sekou Sherry, we'll listen to the police, but they should not intimidate us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. I will play the other recording very shortly. I'm trying to upload it. 07709079070 080907907. Another caller is on the line. Welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. You are live. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Judge Jefferson Sagacious Manor, and I do join the conversation from the South Bell, District number 2, Bajuwado County.
We are listening. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you for the topic and discussion this evening. My brother, that's to tell you something. That Ali guy is very much to look at Sekou Sherry before me. Before my boss, meaning that he has some honesty or somebody that is very dependent on. But let me tell you, as Sekou said, enough is enough. Tomorrow we are coming out. We are going to tell the legislature that yes, indeed, we the citizens of the Republic of Liberia will not tolerate other people from foreign countries. Why they can't do in a country to come and do it to us here?
Okay.
So enough is enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Enough is enough. Another call on line 2. Welcome. Hello, you are welcome. Wow, you're not paying attention to the phone. Please, when you call, pay attention to the phone because too many people on the lines. Good evening.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Liberia?
This is Voice of Liberia.
It's a good having me. I just listened to your previous correspondent from Nigeria and coming to the Sekou story. Let me start from the international development.
Quickly.
What is going on in Nigeria now is similar happening here during our crisis. You know, when you got the wrong people in possession of cash, they bring about election violence. So the Nigerian authority is trying to strangulate cash. Come to the election, then they'll be able to give out the cash. We got a terrorist movement in Nigeria now. So the similar thing happening here with Amos Sawyer and the president senator of Nima County. Amos Sawyer changed the money to put loot off out of cash. And to the issue of Sekou. The guy, Sekou, I want you guys to look at history. Gathering at the capital Bapa, the historical name of that place is Haile Selassie Avenue. So we believe Haile Selassie Avenue.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So we stand by you because it's in the interest of Liberians. They got a lot of Liberians working with these guys who have been ill-treated, but they can't get to the media. It has been done to someone who had a media institution and is bringing it to the public. So when the guy is rescued, thousands of Liberians out there will be rescued. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much for calling as well. Well, let me take another caller. After this call, I'm going to play the next audio, the second audio of the Ali man. The man said we should be talking. We'll get tired. We'll make him famous. How are you saying in other record?
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation from Upper Cowell.
Go ahead, Eman.
Yeah, thanks. I listened to you and Sekou, and for some of us, we have been supporting Sekou since he was freedom. When we were there, even when he staged the peaceful war on St. Louis South, we were there. When he was coming from America, when he came from his sick there, we were there.
Okay.
Yes, but for me, my own point, because when it comes to learning people in Liberia, I think that we are aware that the behavior is bad. They treat us like, we are different people or from different planets. But in this case, for me, I think the best thing we need to do is for us to go to the law. Because tomorrow, if we do a peaceful march, we'll end up going back to the police station or we'll end up going at the court. So the best thing to do is not about every time, yes, I'm a hero, let's go protest, let's go here, I'm a hero. And for me, it's not necessary because when it comes to human life, it's not about putting people on the street, it's about going by the law. So the best thing we need to do, as I said, let's submit ourselves to the police or let's go to court. And for me, that's my own view because if we will march tomorrow from tomorrow, the double tomorrow will march at the end of the day, we will still go back to the same process. So the best thing to do when it comes to peaceful march or protest, I'm not against it, but that one should be the last, which means we are been to the police station a fee. We want to quote a fee, then we can say, yes, let's resolve to this. But we are not, subject ourselves to these things. Then we want to protest. For me, I advise that the peaceful march should be halted and let's go through the legal process. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your recommendation. Let's play these two audios. When we come back, we'll take few calls, just few.
I'll call you. My name Ali from BMC. I'm right here on Capital Bypass. And I hope you recording my voice.
Yeah, Ali, go ahead.
You call Johnny from Good Luck. You tell him, man, that I bring in less light. I don't know what it.
I'm hearing you. Go ahead, talk. I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Why are you calling the man to tell him all this one first?
So who are you, by the way? Who are you to this issue I'm asking?
I'm the mayor bossman.
You're the mayor bossman, right?
And this shit they are doing, I will fuck with y'all. This nonsense you can be doing, running behind business people for nonsense, to intimidate people or blackmail people for money. You must stop it. All day are disturbing business people for fucking money.
So you say you will fuck with me, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a threat to me, right?
Yeah, fuck you.
All right.
Bye.
Who's this?
Somebody calling you. Listen.
Who calling me? Who's this?
You might continue.
Who's this?
Somebody calling you. Listen.
Who calling me? Who's this?
You might continue doing everything what you want to. I will never and ever shake. That's all I'm telling you. You say that 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, you're doing it, no problem. You're making it popular in town. Everybody knows me now. I don't care. Okay? Let the Liberian people be laughing at you. You say, okay, the radio station, they may get no news now. Only this story you get. Okay? Yeah, continue. I don't care. Thank you very much. Weeks, 1 month, 1 year, you're doing it, no problem. You say that 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 year, you're doing it, no problem. You're making it popular in town. Everybody knows me now. You're doing it, no problem. You're making it popular in town. Everybody knows me now. You're making it popular in town. Everybody knows me now. In town. Everybody knows me now. I don't care. Okay? Let the Liberian people be laughing at you. You say, okay, the radio station, they may get no news now. Only this story you get. Okay?
So you listen to him. The man says he doesn't care. In fact, we are helping to make him popular. The Liberian people are getting to know him much better. But is that a good reason for people to know you for? I think the reason someone should know you for should be a good one. But for you to be known as a foreign national who is in a country making millions of dollars and then threatening people, that's what you want to be known for. You are in a country making millions and millions and millions of dollars, but yet you think that you sit close to the power that be. So anything you do, you just do it. So you don't care because you have this connection. Normally we say in Liberia, the guys are in our pockets. But to a larger extent, this is a fact. This is a fact. Someone I just spoke with this morning told me that he was in Lebanon for 4 years. And these things don't happen there. He was expressing regret. But for us, it is a different case, a different ball game. I don't know, because we can say this too is Liberia. And up to now, we don't know whether Ali has been caught by the police. Despite a written communication to them, we've received no information up to date. Again, it speaks to the reality, or it speaks to the speculation that our government authorities, they are truly in the pockets of these people, not only Ali, but there are other people too who do wrong, who perpetrate some of these, harmful, these crimes against our citizens. And the people, or we in Liberia, we are so impoverished to the extent that we don't have means of seeking redress through our judicial process. Because were you to make the attempt to go there, someone who claims to be a public defender paid by the government of Liberia through taxpayers' money, they start to solicit funds from you. Some of them will pretend as if they're what we call them poor man lawyers. They solicit funds. Oh, is that the way you do it? But like you listen to Sekou, he said, we will not sweep this under the carpet. We'll make sure that Ali, the other day I heard him, threatening to go to court whatsoever. Ali, whether you take us to court or not, we ourselves will go to court as well. And the threat that you made against my colleague, you will be held liable for that threat. We will take few calls and try to call it a day. 0770-1907-907, 0880-907-907. Let's take these calls.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm Lloyd Johnson, and join you from District Number 11, Keba.
Go ahead, Mr. Johnson.
You see, I hear that man say that kind of thing, it hurt me to the extent I just want to get in power of being some kind of authority. But I don't blame him. I blame a group of animals that call themselves representatives and lawmakers. That we just sitting over there and they do the kind of thing to Liberia. But look, at the ballot box, most of them will kill them at the ballot box. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Another caller. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, this is James Rabble calling from the Plainfield in St. Paul. Yeah, well, I hear your program and I read it disheartening about the fellow. But what is going on in the country, my brother, it didn't start just now.
Mm.
Yeah, the people, they are infused so much of money in our government. They started from 2005. I worked with only people for a longer time.
Mm.
Yes. The particular regime we in, they got supported the regime. I'm not against the regime per se, but
Okay.
talking the reality.
All right.
Without a man too, within Riverview, his name E. He is like a slave master. He ride like bring people that slave master. The same guy, he the one own Deja Vu. You know, I know if you know the club Deja Vu.
Where is it?
In Effie Shocker.
Okay.
Okay, this man put people down with up back pay. And you know, a lot of people are afraid to go to even the labor because if you go there, they will not talk for you, they will not defend you. So that's how the people been relying on us. But I hope the kids can go further up. Let the people know the importance of Liberia, that we own the country.
Okay,
and
sir.
people have no regard for all my brother. And I will thank you for your show.
Thank you.
We hope and pray that justice will be done on our brother behalf.
Thank you so much. We'll take another caller. Good evening. Hello. Oh, you were in there, so let me take another person. Good evening.
Hello, my dear brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for this topic. I just want to tell you something that has to do with this guy. This guy would never stop putting our government officials in the how do you call it, their pocket.
In their pockets.
Yeah, that's all to it.
And the guys are doing the thing, they say it every day.
Every day. Let me, if I tell you, say, I'm working with a certain place. They say your station spoke on it here or up to now. They may not choose to just lay us down just because they said that we were at the front page for these things that you people are discussing. We want to mention we now that's a game up. You see. So
Okay.
thank you very much for your discussion. You'll continue, yeah.
Thank you so much for calling. Let's take a few more calls before going. This caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah. How you doing, brother?
I'm fine, thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you for the show. My man, you know, why you tell those men, they love this Ghana in this country here. You know to march what other people call say. No need to march on the street. They won't march, go for lonely men, lonely and so. And the government will defy us.
No.
Or no need to march to go to Kemba Jesse or whatsoever.
We can't
march to the house then.
We can't go that far. Let's use the law.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Liberia is a country of law and not of man. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thanks for calling.
Charlie William calling from District 4.
Okay.
Yeah, concerning Ali and Mohammed issue in Nigeria. Because I listened to the recording and then Ali talked about the government is in his pocket. So you don't blame these people. You blame our government. Because our government who empower these people. Things that they can do in the country, that's what they are doing here. And our people, they sitting themselves there. They're looking at what's going on. People here maltreating their certain things. They're sweeping off at the end of the day when the people say they're running for a position and things, they will honor real honor something going cast ballots for them. Instead of them seeking our interest, they will never seek our interest. See their strength. This is the thing for the Liberian representative or even the lawyers and things to take on quick action and case that Ali made for this in Miami life because his life is in risk. That Mashi said it's not even sufficient. It's not even sufficient. So if we say we can do how to say protecting the protest, it will not even do anything.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Good evening.
Yeah. Hello?
That sound in the background isn't favorable for me.
Hello?
Hello, much better now. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Like our brother said before, this is Baka calling from Cloudtown.
All right.
You know, we depend on you in the country for information. And imagine when we lose one journalist, we lose the whole world. Or Lebanese may not enter this country, they're making their business peacefully. Let me just tell you that Liberia is a peaceful nation. But all of country, you don't try that. Places like Nigeria, you don't try that.
Okay.
You can't try it. Because like tomorrow now, from place to place, they will lean out or selling, they will not count to sell. But today, the year, nobody are working there, they're making a business, they're making millions of dollars. And then when they're ready, they just do something to all in the country because our leader there always going to them for money. So, like one of my brothers just said, when the police not handle that case good, or the court not handle that case good, the marking will mark, it will not be how they call it marking.
Okay.
Until they can see to it.
Thank you so much for calling. Good evening.
Good evening, Emmanuel.
Yes, sir. Thanks for calling.
Thank you for having me. My name is Emmanuel Collins, and this is Johnny from my district 13 resident. Look, let me appreciate you. Look, I listen to Ali Kubati threatening Segu and saying the government in your pocket. No, look, we're not bringing the people. Because every Saturday, our government officials go to the post to beg them. So I don't know the government in their pocket. Although now, Segu shall be read the police headquarters, a lab and telling no action. Although now, 2 weeks now, no action. They can call Ali Kubati for cautioning. He bought around free. He still making more. Who can tell you the police can be trusted? You can't trust the police in any way to protect the great trust them.
Okay.
The police are sell to the foreigners. Every time they come down, but you see a car parking, breaking the learning people for little or nothing. So, learning make a plug in the library, go free. Not to come over, you go and say you're going in my pocket. Your people come out for money. So I just put that in the police. But tomorrow we'll come on your normal to tell you that no foreigner will get threatened, someone live here and go start free. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you so much. We'll take a few more, maybe 3 or 4 before we can go. Hello? Hello?
Yes, Jessica Kaito calling from District 17 to be precise.
Go ahead, Jessica.
Yes, my point of view is that why the people do in the country are not correct. One level memo usage of remark like that on a Liberia mail. Why he said that? Why he tell us in the mail like that? For tomorrow going march, the Vanguard student unification party going to the temple for justice to be done in this country. But why they doing the will the Liberians are not correct? Why will you behave like that?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, comrade. You know, Vanguard Student Unification Party. When the men hear that, they can say, sound. Let me take 3 more. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Joshua Terry. I call you from Simple Bridge.
Go ahead, Joshua.
Are you guys going against the Lebanese? Those guys who were brought up by President Tower during the 1979-77 war between Israel, Lebanon, and several 5 other nations that joined Israel. President Tower went to trouble and saw these guys and displaced you in Uganda and Angola. Because of sympathy, President Tower brought them to Liberia. Today, this sympathy have been cast to us as revenge. So it's upon us to reread history to some of them.
Okay.
It came to Liberia based on sympathy because Liberia was a beginning of hope.
Oh, you left the line. I didn't touch your line. 2 more to go. Hello?
Yeah. Really?
Yes, sir. You are live.
Yeah. I'm Alvin P. Damo and I'm calling you from district number 16.
Go ahead, Alvin.
Yeah, brother, you see in the country, our representative, our lawmaker, they were put into power. They are the ones joining the alien, the foreigner to enslave us. All the way they steal our country resources, they enriching themselves. say the people don't want to think about we the common man. The alien will bring company in the country on pay the Liberia and thing. I don't know what people doing. I don't know tomorrow take a peaceful march. I don't know why they will get bosses to carry on. I want to know.
Okay, thank you so much. Just try to make your way tomorrow in the morning and come at the offices of Voice of Liberia on Capitol Bypass. My final caller. Good evening.
The president, how about it?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
This is Lieutenant Kuyakuri from the whole road.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yes, I've been trying to call on the street, but I want to just give us a team of that march tomorrow, so tomorrow can put it on what teacher. We have 20 press, my area, I get one team, I want to teach what a black t-shirt, red t-shirt, that one can't show color that is sympathy. So that is what we want to use tomorrow. I want people to see, for them to know that this country belongs to Liberia, not foreigner. Okay. You get one useless order to know that guy get one useless former professor called PR behind to go back to the house, a place there, I think get cover. Former police officer get there with me. PR and also the security the man. Can you mark it, brother? Yeah. That's a useless make jump. Property team, my going to keep my feet in the money, man. It's okay. It's
okay, Chief.
Stupid thing to go support the family. Then it's passing around it. The in knowing what they say, but we'll see that one like it tomorrow. The weekend we'll take it easy. The other weekend we're talking.
Yes. We'll take it. Let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Remain peaceful. Remain law-abiding. And we hope that the police will help us help them on tomorrow. A cross-section of journalists, trust us, will be there. Our comrades, our friends, our brothers from the media will be there to cover that peaceful march. It's a peaceful gathering. You know, we journalists, we are not violent people. It has nothing to do with violence. It has nothing absolutely to do with politics. It has nothing to do with whatsoever. We are just walking. We might use the sidewalks as well to go to the headquarters of the LNP to present respectfully our petition, and then leave there to go to the seat of the legislature on the same Capitol Hill to present our petition. Right after that, we'll make sure that everyone will govern himself or herself before we can leave. So, please, no wahala tomorrow. Come in the morning, come 7, we will be here waiting for you as you've expressed interest in this peaceful gathering. You know, I listened to some of the callers when we started this discussion. They were talking about, this is not about Sekou, neither about the Liberian media. People who have been victimized as a result of the attitudes of these people, not only Mr. Ali and other people, but other foreign nationals. Those victims have also expressed interest to come and speak directly to their government, to tell them what's happening in the job cycle, especially the private sector, owned and operated by these guys, the business people, what they are doing to them. So tomorrow we come up. We hope that it starts peaceful and ends peaceful. My name is Emmanuel Davis on behalf of the entire team. We want to go home now. The team rejoins you on tomorrow, 6 o'clock up to 9 as usual. Do have a great day. Bye-bye.